Raphael Saadiq,
Love him.
yeah, I mean, he's great for so many reasons.
Hmm.
Um, and so he said something really interesting, and it's a tweet, but R&B Radar posted it as a repost. And so I'm gonna read the tweet, and then I'll read their caption.
Hmm.
Raphael Saadiq says, Raphael Saadiq, D'Angelo, and Maxwell are not quote unquote neo soul artists.
Okay.
Sorry, but that's the truth. Neo soul was a term created by one black executive
Hmm.
purely as shorthand. It helped labels internally identify which acts would not require crossover marketing budgets. Those
Mm.
funds were reserved for pop boy bands. The word neo
Mm.
soul signaled to executives in marketing meetings these black artists might sell 150K to 350K, maybe 500K if they're really
Mhm.
good, and a million at best. It had nothing to do with the sound of the music. Hip hop was created by the people. And then let me just read this caption and we can dive in.
Mhm.
Uh it basically, oh, I don't need to read all of it because they're quoting him, but it says, in his comments, Sadiq explained that the term wasn't created to describe a sound, but was used within the industry as a marketing tool to identify black artists who weren't expected to receive crossover push. He added that the label helped signal which acts would be marketed differently, stating, quote, it had nothing to do with the sound of music.
Unfortunately, I'm not surprised by this. I think record labels, do what they do, and I'm not surprised by this. Um, I want to challenge us, though, to think about this critically, and perhaps we have found a way to reclaim that. Because I think at this point, no one even, while I appreciate being informed, I feel like at this point, to the culture, neo
Mm.
soul is a genre,
Oh, yeah.
and I mean there's a distinct sound that we associate with it, or a distinct type of artist that we associate with it. And I know over the years artists have also talked about this, that we I think there was even a debate last year on the internet about
Subgenres.
us, and us confusing, us meaning the public, confusing what neo soul really means, or which artist. I think even, was it Charlemagne or Van Lathan? I can't remember. One of them was it was Van Lathan. One day on Higher Learning, they were debating which artist could be considered neo soul.
Mm.
So I think that it's been a topic of conversation for a while, but I appreciate that someone is so knowledgeable and just so good at what he does. Like Raphael Saadiq was able to share this with us, because I didn't fully understand what this was. But I will challenge us all to think about it a little bit differently, because I think we've already reclaimed it. I think even if that's what it meant in the beginning, that's definitely not how we see it as a culture. I don't think we view neo soul artists as less than. I think we view them as people who brought something to the culture that other uh other spaces weren't giving us. It's definitely a very interesting sound, and I mean something that, I don't know, feels very comforting to me, and I'm sure to a lot of other people. So I would never count a neo soul artist out, but I totally understand why what he's saying, why he's saying it. I totally get it.
Yeah, I think that there are two different sides of music conversations very often. I think
Hmm.
very often we think as the culture's side of things and our personal tie to certain things, and we ignore the music business portion of things.
Hmm.
And one of the things I appreciate is when people who have deep industry ties come forward and say, hey man, this is what I witnessed. This
Yeah.
is what I saw. This is
Mm-hmm.
what happened in the meetings. Excuse me. This is what happened in the meetings. This is what
Yeah.
happened behind the scenes. You know, it gives you a better understanding of how we were conditioned by the music industry, by the film
Mm-hmm.
industry, etc. Kind of tying to the last topic we just talked about, right? Where we have these huge conglomerates who
Mm-hmm.
sit at the top and control much of what happens, what you listen to on the radio, what you listen to on streaming today, because today radio may not be so important, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, what it is that you're buying, what it is that is put in front of you, product placement. And that's part of what Raphael Saadiq is talking about is product placement. He's
Mm-hmm.
speaking about the marketing of it. So let's not get confused. Let's realize that there's two conversations happening.
Yeah.
And Raphael Saadiq is speaking less about the sonics, less about the audible experience, and more about the business side of things.
Of
Because
course.
what he's saying is a really fucked up thing.
Absolutely.
What he's saying is that artists were diminished to a
Mm-hmm.
teeny tiny niche because of their quote unquote reach. What he's saying is that artists were taken and put into a teeny tiny pot and
Yeah.
say, hey, these guys, they only fit in this little bubble right here.
Mm-hmm.
These artists, anytime you hear this term, it means they're in this teeny tiny bubble right here.
Yeah.
And that is always going to be something I frown upon.
Oh yeah.
Always going to be something
That's
that I think is fucked up. Because what it means is your allocated budget is differently, which he says in like
Mm-hmm.
one sentence, right? But think about it. We're speaking about the business of things. So when we're talking about marketing dollars, that's
Mm-hmm.
what we're saying. He's saying, hey, this artist can only sell at maximum 1,000,000 copies. So we don't got to go crazy with their marketing budget because they only going to sell 1,000,000 at max. That's
Yeah.
the craziest it's ever going to be for this group of artists right here. So artist A, hey, listen, now that we're here having the meeting about budgets, that motherfucker's only going to sell 1,000,000 max.
Mm-hmm.
So let's think about how much we're going to allocate to their marketing budget. That's fucked up.
It is.
But let's remember also that the artists and the labels are having two different conversations. Because as that artist, it's a big deal to sell 1,000,000. And you're trying hard to do the best
Right.
you can to promote the project you poured your heart and soul to. Awesome. The labels don't give a fuck about any of that. The executives only care about one thing: US dollars and dineros. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
only care about
it's
their
messed
bottom
up.
line. Now, responding to what you said, yeah, I agree. We reclaim things. That's what we do. We're really good at saying, "Oh, so they saying podcasters only wear pink shirts. All right, I'm about to go wear 22 pink shirts. I'm about to go get every pink shirt I could find because they said podcasters wear pink. All right, cool. Podcasters wear pink. Watch how I freak all these pink outfits for the next 6 months. We do stuff like that all the time, right? We do make things our own, is what I'm saying, right? And that goes all the way back. You know what I mean? It's something that we do. We take things that, when life gives us lemon, we make lemonade. That's what we do. We're really good at that, and that's our style. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, word.
When life gives us a podcast mic, we say something.